If you're asking how long your dehumidifier is going to run after a foundation repair or a crawl space repair company has performed work, you've come to the right video. Hey, my name's Corey Parks, owner of HydroHelp911, and I wanted to answer a question that we get asked quite often is how long is that dehumidifier going to run after we install it in a crawl space or a basement? And the answer to it in short is it varies. And some of the things that it will vary on will depend on the size of the crawl space, how much moisture was in the crawl space to begin with. Was the insulation, the fiberglass insulation, saturated? Did you ask us to remove the insulation? If the insulation's staying, it's like a sponge. It's going to hold a lot of moisture. How much wood has been absorbed up until the point of us installing the dehumidifier? How much moisture has that wood absorbed, and how saturated is it? We've seen cases where the floor joists are literally dripping with water condensation down on top of the moisture barrier. In those cases, your dehumidifier could run up to a month until it brings everything down to the level that we want it, which is typically around 55%, between 50 and 60%. And we want to get everything leveled off. So a lot of it depends on the size, how much moisture is there. Is there standing water? If there is standing water, we always recommend a drainage system, but sometimes due to budget constraints, that doesn't get installed. But it just really depends. I would say on average, the average crawl space that we install a dehumidifier on, it typically takes up to about 2 to 3 weeks depending on the time of year. Now, if we install it during the winter, it's gonna run a lot less, maybe a day to 3 days, but during the midst of the summer, i.e. right now, we're starting September and it's hot and humid, you might be able to see a little sweat on my face, and so that dehumidifier is going to run longer to bring down the levels, the moisture levels that's in that crawl space. Inside of a basement, they're typically a lot less. It's a little bit more controlled environment. We would say a week to a week and a half in a basement. So hopefully this answers your questions that you're asking and questions that we're being asked here recently quite often. In short, it varies. There's a lot of variables that go into it. Hopefully this video helps.